Hello, I'm Dave Speakman. Welcome back to my beginner guitar course. So in last week's lesson, which you can go back to here, we were looking at the 4-chord song and we explored lots and lots of different songs just using those 4 chords. Now, some of those songs you might have realised aren't in the same key as was written last week. So what you can do is you can use a capo and you can move to whatever key you need to be. Now, quite often people use capos to adjust the key of a song, but it also is used to change the sound of your guitar. It gives you a different sound with a capo, so it's well worth investing in one. This is quite a good one. It's one of those G7 ones. I think it's quite good. I think one of my students gave me this. Another way that you can change your guitar is to adjust the tuning slightly. And that's what I've done for this tune for this week. So I've actually tuned the guitar down 2 whole steps. And we're going to learn this song by Tom Walker. And Tom was actually a guitar student of mine for several years. I taught him in high school and a little bit after he was at high school as well. So for quite a few years, he's obviously gone on to do really well. So that's tremendous. Now this song that Tom wrote, this Leave a Light On, it's still using the 4-chord song essentially, but it starts on chord 6. So we start on E minor, and then we go to chord 4, C, then back to chord 1, and then chord 5. So it actually is a 4-chord song, but it's using those chords starting from a different place in the progression. So we've got bearing in mind that this guitar is down tuned a whole step. So if you want to play along, you're going to have to tune down a whole step. So it's going D, G, C, F, A, D. D, G, C, F, A, D, if you want to play along with it. As guitarists, we quite often have to adapt what we're doing. If we're accompanying a singer or something like that, and it's just us and a singer, or you yourself are singing and playing the guitar, obviously you can't play all of the parts at the same time on your guitar, so you just have to adapt things to what you can do. We can play the verses to this tune just using crotchets. And you can see that I wrote piano on that, the dynamic, meaning that it's quiet. If you're not sure about that, go back to an earlier video. For the chorus, to give it a bit more of a driving feel, we're going to move the rhythm up to quavers. I'm going to keep these all downs, the reason being that I'm going to put an accent on the beat. So we're going to get this sound where we're going. Does that make sense? So you could probably play the whole tune just with those 2 rhythms. There's a few other tunes that use this chord sequence. Africa by Toto uses this chord sequence. I'm sure there's loads of them if you think about it. It's quite a common chord sequence to use. What would be a really good idea this week though, and what I'd like a lot of you to do, is to start writing some of your own songs. Let's see if you can be the next Tom Walker. You can write some songs just using these 4 chords. So chord 1, G, remember I'm down tuned. Chord 4 is C. Chord 5, D. And then chord 6, E minor. If you're getting a bit of a feel for something, but you're feeling that the melody needs to be a little bit higher or lower, you can always reach for your capo and just put that somewhere else and see if it sounds a little bit better to you in that key. There's nothing wrong with writing tunes with the same chord sequences. It's worked for hundreds of years for people writing songs with the same chord sequences. Being creative really is just using the tools that you've got and coming up with something. You know, the most important thing is that you have ideas. Please do subscribe and remember to like the video. It really does help me with what I'm doing. If you have any questions about anything, Or if there's a couple of songs that you realise use these chord sequences, do pop them in the comments below. It'd be interesting for the people to see the songs that you can list. I'm going to be continuing this next week, so I'll see you next week. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.